Let's talk about the biggest lie in fitness. It's the idea that you have to be constantly moving and sweating buckets to transform your body. But what if the key to unlocking a stronger, more resilient body was found in the art of perfect stillness? This is the science of isometric training, and it's the fitness world's best kept secret. There's 6 exercises that will completely redesign your body for strength and stability. And we're gonna start with one that fixes the biggest problem that the 9-to-5 life created. Let's be honest, years of sitting at a desk, in a car, or on the couch have probably given your posture a beating. The result of those activities is a weak posterior chain, the entire network of muscles running down your backside from your neck to your heels. The fix isn't more crunches, it's flipping over and waking those muscles up. That's where the Superman hold comes into play. This move is your posture's reset button. You lie face down, arms extended in front of you. Now, all at once, you're going to lift your arms, your chest, and your legs off the floor, squeezing everything on your backside. Your glutes should feel like 2 bowling balls, and your lower back muscles should be fully engaged. The only thing touching the ground is your hips and your stomach. Now, you hold. You're not just lifting, you're creating tension through your entire body. Imagine you're being stretched apart from your fingertips to your toes. It's not about how high you can lift, but how long and stable you can be. This single static hold is re-educating that entire chain of muscles, teaching them to fire in unison. It's the direct antidote to desk jockey spine. But building a strong back is only half the equation. A house with a strong back wall and no front wall is going to collapse. To create a truly stable core, we need to flip over and build the other side of the fortress. This right here is one of the most humbling and effective core exercises on the planet. Forget endless sit-ups. The hollow body hold is the foundation of gymnastic strength, and it targets the deep transverse abdominis, which is your body's natural weightlifting belt. When this is weak, your stomach protrudes like this, and your lower back is left unprotected. Lying on your back, you'll press your lower back firmly into the floor. There should be 0 space. You can test this by trying to slide a hand underneath. If you can, you need to engage more. From here, lift your shoulders and your legs off the ground. Your arms can be by your sides, or for a bigger challenge, extended overhead. Your body should look like a shallow boat or a banana. The key is maintaining that lower back to floor connection. The moment it starts to arch, you lost the engagement. It's better to hold a less intense version perfectly than a prettier version incorrectly. You should feel a deep, satisfying shake in your midsection. That's not weakness leaving the body, that's your nervous system learning to fire on all cylinders. And speaking of bulletproofing your body, that's a topic I'm incredibly passionate about. If you want to move and feel like you're 10 years younger, I put everything you need to know into a complete blueprint to undo years of aches and pains that your body has built up. If you apply this step-by-step guide that you can do from your living room, you'll walk away with a body that's designed for longevity. You can grab it using the link in the description below. But for now, we have more armor to build. We've built the front wall and the back wall of our fortress. Now, it's time to reinforce the sides. Most guys think of their core as just the six-pack muscles, but your real-world strength, lifting an awkward box, carrying all the groceries in one trip, or swinging a golf club, comes from your obliques, the muscles on the sides of your torso. Neglecting them is like building a car with no doors. It looks okay from the front, but the second you take a corner, everything falls apart. The side plank is the answer. You'll support yourself on one forearm, elbow directly under your shoulder. Your feet can be stacked, or for more stability, staggered. The crucial part is to lift your hips high, creating a perfectly straight line from your head to your feet. Don't let your hips sag. Imagine a string is pulling your top hip straight up to the ceiling. You'll feel this from your shoulder down to your obliques and even into your hips. It's a masterclass in lateral stability. By the way, building this kind of shoulder stability is critical because one of the biggest mistakes people make in exercises, like push-ups, is letting their shoulders get lazy, which leads to injury. We'll get to the secret to fixing that in a moment, but first, let's lock in this side. Holding this position not only builds that armor on your sides, but also protects your spine from dangerous twisting forces. It's the move that ensures you're strong in every direction, not just moving forward and back. Now that we built a 360-degree core set of core stability, it's time to put it to the test and build some serious upper body strength. We all know the push-up, but most people butcher it. They flare their elbows out, they let their hips sag, and basically just bounce up and down, putting all kinds of nasty stress on their shoulder joints. The result? Minimal chest activation and a one-way ticket to rotator cuff problems. The solution is to take away the movement and master the position. The isometric push-up hold. Get into a perfect push-up position. Hands just outside shoulder width, fingers spread wide. Now, lower yourself down until your chest is just a few inches from the floor and hold. Right here. This is where the magic happens. To hold this position, your core has to be braced. Remember that hollow body strength? Your hips can't sag. Your elbows should be tucked in at about a 45-degree angle to your body, not flared out to the sides. This is the secret I mentioned earlier. This angle protects your shoulders and forces your chest and triceps to do the work. You should feel your entire upper body engaged like a coiled spring. This hold does more than just build muscle. It rewires the motor pattern for a perfect push-up. It forces you to feel what proper engagement is. But did you know this kind of total body tension goes beyond just physical benefits? It builds incredible mental focus. But more on that grit in our final exercise. First, we need to talk about the platform all this upper body strength is built on, a powerful lower body. You've heard of dead butt syndrome, right? It's what happens after years of sitting. Your glutes, the most powerful muscle in your body, forget how to fire. And when they get lazy, your lower back and hamstrings have to pick up the slack, leading to pain and injuries. We need to wake them up, one cheek at a time. And the single leg glute bridge hold is the perfect wake-up call. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Extend one leg straight out. Now, driving through the heel of the planted foot, lift your hips towards the ceiling. Your body should form a straight line from your shoulders to your knee. And you hold. By doing this one leg at a time, you eliminate your body's ability to compensate. If one glute is weaker than the other, you'll know it immediately. This isometric hold isolates that muscle and forces it to work, building strength and correcting imbalances that you never knew you had. This is what I was talking about when I mentioned a stable platform. When your glutes are firing properly, your entire body is more powerful and less prone to injury, from walking up the stairs to performing a perfect push-up. This sixth exercise is my favorite one because it makes you feel accomplished when you complete a couple sets of it. It looks simple, it looks passive, but I promise you, a minute into this and your legs will be having a very loud conversation with your brain. The wall sit is a legendary isometric hold for a reason. It builds brutal strength and endurance in your quads and a very strong, resilient mind. Find a flat wall and slide your back down until your thighs are parallel to the floor, as if you're sitting in an invisible chair. Your knees should be directly over your ankles, forming a perfect 90-degree angle. Press your back flat against the wall. And now we hold. At first, it's fine. Then a warmth starts to build. Then the shaking begins. This is that mental grit I was talking about. This is where you learn to handle discomfort. Bruce Lee himself swore by isometric horse stance holds to build focus and resilience. A study even found that isometric holds like this can lower cortisol and promote relaxation, once you get past the screaming in your quads, of course. Every second you fight the urge to stand up, you're not just strengthening your quads, you're forging mental toughness. You're teaching your nervous system to thrive under pressure. Now you're probably wondering how long you should be holding these for. Here's the blueprint. Start by holding each exercise for 30 seconds. For the single-sided moves like the side plank and the glute bridge, do 30 seconds on each side. Rest for 30 to 45 seconds between each hold. Go through the entire sequence once. As you get stronger, work your way up to 45 seconds, and then a full minute. Do this routine 3 to 4 times a week, and you'll feel a kind of deep foundational strength you've never felt before. And if you're serious about building a body that lasts, don't forget to check out my free newsletter for weekly fitness tips and strategies you won't find anywhere else. I'll leave that in the description below.